Silas and Nolan surfaced beneath the heavy shadow of the oil barge, the roar of Coast Guard and emergency response boats already deafening in the channel. The two men, enemies forced into a lethal alliance, clung to the thick seaweed-coated hull. The emergency go-bag was the key. Silas had packed it like an escape pod. Inside were 50,000 in clean, untraceable euros, a set of forged Canadian identification for two men, a pair of rugged backpacks, and a high-frequency shortwave radio. "We move now," Silas rasped, his voice hoarse. "You're no longer Nolan. You're Marcus Hall. I'm Ethan Bell." Nolan, humbled and terrified by the display of Silas's brutal resourcefulness, didn't argue. His professional programming instantly took over. Ethelred will monitor every bridge, every airport, every bus station. They'll search for two military-age males matching our profiles. "Then we don't travel on land," Silas stated. They used the heavy residual clutter of the collision, the life vests, broken nets, and floating debris from the trawler, as cover, swimming to a nearby decommissioned pier. There, Silas used the last of his energy to break the heavy chain, securing a battered, ownerless fishing skiff he'd spotted days earlier. They slipped out into the open water, using the skiff to reach a remote, cash-only marina hours away. The sinking of the ironclad was now the biggest news story in the mid-Atlantic, consuming the attention of authorities and the Ethelred group alike. The ocean, always Silas's best cover, had become his escape route. The new sanctuary. Silas didn't seek a safe house. He sought operational space. Using the Canadian ID, Ethan Bell bought a used, sturdy, deep-sea fishing boat large enough to sustain them for weeks. Paying in cash and anchoring it at a secluded private dock, the boat became his new ironclad, a mobile, self-sufficient and untraceable fortress. With Nolan securely restrained in the cramped aft cabin, the interrogation continued, now with a renewed sense of urgency. "Ethelred operates through subsidiaries," Nolan revealed, his voice steadying. "They move money through shell companies and manage their assets using ghost firms. Their central hub for all North American operations isn't in a city. It's a secured corporate retreat in the Adirondack Mountains, disguised as a tech logistics campus." Nolan drew Silas a detailed schematic of the facility, revealing security blind spots and access codes. He knew the group's hierarchy, their surveillance methods, and crucially, their vulnerability. A single, encrypted server storing the identities and operational details of their top assets. Silas looked at the schematic, feeling the familiar cold clarity return. The sinking of the ironclad had stripped him of his cover, but it had also severed his leash. He was no longer a hunted freelancer. He was a rogue agent with nothing left to lose. He contacted Gus one last time, using the shortwave radio to send a brief coded message. "Target Adirondacks, the architect's blueprint." The Ethelred group had tried to coerce him into their service. Now Silas was going to deliver a devastating retirement notice. He had an asset, a target, and a definitive end goal: destroy the architects and ensure the safety of Ilara forever. The new mission is clear: a strike on the Ethelred group's primary command center.